It's time to address all the issues on my 1996 240SX I bought off Facebook Marketplace. And that means I'm actually gonna get my hands dirty and I'm gonna work on this car myself. It's actually not the first car that I've worked on. I've done stuff on diesels, I've had 6.0s, all kinds of different vehicles, and I've done very minor repairs, but it's time to actually get hands-on and start today. That was a big reason as to why I wanted to buy something like this that I can actually work on and not have to always send out to a shop. But nevertheless, I did have my mechanic review it and he gave me a list of what's wrong. Luckily, it's a short list of what went wrong and not too much complicated things either, a lot of which I could tackle myself or with a little bit of YouTube. The best news was previously in my last video, I thought my fuel tank was leaking. For some reason, something was leaking out of the back and I believe that was fuel. Thankfully, that fuel leak ended up being water leaking out of the trunk, which there's a little seal that's leaking on the rear window into the trunk, and then the water's leaking out of the trunk where it's supposed to. I don't really know why I thought it was fuel. It looked like it was coming from the area where the fuel tank was, but good news is I don't have a fuel leak. What I do have is the following. I have a bad mass airflow sensor, a power steering leak, I have crusty fuel lines that are fine for now, I have an AC compressor that I need to replace, and a couple worn rear bushings. The power steering leak is an old hose that's starting to leak around a clamp. I could probably get that taken care of right now. And the hardest thing here might just be the AC compressor. A couple little cosmetic things, I have the sunroof seal, miscellaneous window seals to repair, and then the passenger window does not roll down. So not too much. A total of parts and labor for all of that work would probably be $1,500 or less. It's really not a lot of stuff to take care of. But again, a huge part of buying this car is that I learned to do it myself. And so today we're gonna tackle the mass airflow sensor issue. So without further ado, let's get on it. And I don't know if you can hear that, it's getting windy and the clouds are rolling in. It's got really dark over the last couple minutes. And apparently a tornado watch is now in effect, even though the very same radar says there's no rain in the forecast, except for like a 10% blurb at 9 p.m. Anyway, I don't trust Texas weather. Let's get on it. So this mass airflow sensor is located right here. It's actually this entire assembly that's connected to the filter housing and then of course intakes to the motor. So not too much to take off here, nothing's blocking it, just one hose clamp and then it looks like 4 bolts. This should be an easy repair. We'll see how it goes. It's out, and it's definitely showing its age. It's super greasy and is bubbling up top, so time to throw this out and throw that new one in. And just like that, it's done. That took me maybe 10 minutes to swap out, if that. So repair number 1, I'll call that a success so far. The only other thing is I don't have the proper OBD reader for this. I don't believe mine works. I've done it on other scanners that are far more capable, so we might just have to drive this check engine light off. That could be 5 miles, that could be 50 miles, it just depends. But I'm gonna go ahead and crank her up and see if there's any difference immediately. I highly doubt it. It's a relatively minor but important sensor, and you're probably not gonna be able to tell. Okay, it's probably placebo or whatever you want to call it, but it definitely feels like it's idling better. At least smoother. I mean, when I cranked it up, it just felt like it knew what it was doing. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe you can understand what I'm saying, but when I crank it over, it just feels healthier. I will consider that a win, but I'll definitely have to drive it, put some miles on it, and we'll see if that clears. So let's take a look at some of the other issues that I'll be needing to fix. The other couple repairs are pretty easy. The power steering one is one that I confirmed when I got back to Dallas after our drive back from Austin, and it's just this little clamp leaking from this reservoir. Right now I'm not going to mess with it. I'm gonna let it drain actually a little bit more out. It's a slow leak. I'm gonna wait for it to get low enough to then I can fix that without a mess. The other issue that's cosmetic is the sunroof. It's got a little issue with this gasket. I just need a new one from Nissan. They still have an OEM part on their website for 200 bucks, so that's an easy fix. The most annoying part about that is for rainy days, like what's about to happen. And then I have some of these seals that need to be replaced. They're just getting old, cracking, and missing parts. This next one, the AC compressor, can only be heard when the car is on, but let's go ahead and give that a crank. I don't know how much you can really hear over here, but try and take a listen. It almost sounds like a slight knocking sound, but it's only on when the AC compressor is on. I don't really know how well you could honestly hear that, but it does have a AC compressor issue. My mechanic and I reviewed it, and it's definitely there. It also cuts out intermittently. It's actually got better to where it cuts out less, but it definitely is pulling some power also from the vehicle. On an older car, if your AC compressor is going out, it can cause stalling, some fuel issues, and it's definitely getting it to that point. And you can't really see it on video, but some of these lines are getting a little crusty around where the fuel is being sent, and some of the other lines also are just getting a little crusty. Same thing around the power steering. While none of them are leaking, they are just getting to that point where they are brittle. So that'll be a job that I'll have to tackle here shortly as well. But again, nothing that concerning. I am confident to drive on it. Maybe not another road trip, but at least around the city. I don't know how well the camera is picking up the squeaking on audio, but you can definitely hear it pulling it out of the garage. It's a bit annoying, but not anything that's gonna spike your cortisol. I also haven't put it on a lift, so I don't know exactly what bushing or if it is a bushing, but I definitely know it's a sound coming from the rear, sounding like some sort of bushing. That's my logical sort of guesstimate. This is our first drive after the repair, and it's operating as it should. Again, it's not a major repair, but it is cool to get it done, and there's nothing that's inherently going wrong right now. And I would have driven this till the check engine light went off for the video, but depending on when I actually end up posting it, it's about to absolutely storm right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing covered. So there you have it, my first repair on my 96 240SX. And a short list of things to take care of that are honestly minor, so that's a win. I do think most of it I can complete myself, but the good news is I do have a friend that wants to work on this car with me, so I have a lot to look forward to. You'll probably see him in the comments. You'll probably see him in the comments, and I'll probably heart his message. He also comments on like every video of mine, so Shout out to you, Gray. I think the only really complicated thing to replace is the AC compressor. I have zero knowledge of how to do that. It seems relatively easy to access, but we'll have to see. But for a Facebook Marketplace find, I'm super happy with the results of how mechanically sound it is, especially for a 1996. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next repair video, or just next video I upload on this channel. This is also the first video that I've worked out of my new garage. Go check out that video if you haven't yet. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.